Namaste, namaste, everybody. Good to see everyone here. We are now streaming on Facebook Live, and Barbara Sharone here. And we have this weekly transmission meditation every Monday, 16 years. And I do want to mention to a lot of people on Facebook, we'll get this later on. We know we have a number of views that look at it. And if anybody is welcome to participate in the transmission meditation itself, which takes place only on Zoom. It is not broadcast on Facebook because of the energies must be contained. But we do have our little chat always before the anchoring light. So if anybody's interested in being a part of this transmission, if it resonates with you, we work with the Ascended Masters of Light. We're conscious of what we're doing, and we bring, among other things, light to the planet. So it is the gathering of the faithful, as they say, the ones who remember, like there's more to the program here. I think I'm here to do something very, very important. And if this reaches your ears, that might be you. So if you have an interest, just simply go on our Facebook page, look for Anchoring Light Transmission with Barbara Sharone. That is my spiritual name. And voila, you'll be able to participate all the time if you choose to. So our little preview and chat is something that was actually ignited as a result of a telephone call I had today. And it seems that this particular person was going through a healing crisis. And that they fell into fear. And the dynamics was basically this, and this is what I wanted to bring to our attention. First of all, we have our own higher consciousness, that's us. But, your body has its own consciousness too, because we don't have to say, hey, digest this food. Hey, heart, keep on pumping. It's like, no, we got this. We're programmed. We know what to do. We are a body consciousness. Each cell has its own individual consciousness. In addition to our consciousness that's in this vehicle. And there's a lot of other consciousness too. You may want to look at them as personalities. Somebody said that. I said, that's a really good idea. Look at these, because you also have the ego. Okay, the ego is like, hey, what about me? And you have the ego's personality. And you say, look, I've been in charge for a while. I have an important role. Don't leave me alone. And no, ego is okay. You're important. But hey, there's a higher authority that we all want to go to. And then you have the inner child, and it goes on and on and on and on. So there's a lot of, we are such extraordinarily complex beings of such magnitude. We cannot even wrap our mind around it. But let's just contain it in as to what we can address. And so I want to talk a little bit about air, because I had a person come in very capable, very smart, all of this. And because they had a healing dynamic and it didn't go in exactly the package that they thought it should go in, okay, there was this fear. And I did speak to this individual and I said, well, first of all, let's talk about if your body's in a healing process, it's going to do what it needs to do in its own timing. Okay, you can't say, okay, cells, let's get this done by Friday at 3:00. It doesn't work that way. Okay, you can say, okay, I'm going to go with the flow with the healing process. If you went to do something specific or you prayed for healing or however, this healing frequency now is in your space, in your body, in your field. And it's like, okay, we're going to do whatever layer or layers of healing. You have to allow and trust that process to happen. Okay, you have to trust it. And many times we are impatient. And whether that's a we with the ego or the inner child or whatever parts of it, it's like, oh my goodness, this should happen by now, or I'm feeling this. And most of us are like, yes, sometimes we are aware of a cleansing or a healing dynamic where you may feel worse before you feel better, because your body, and the body is not just the body, the mind, it is the emotional body, and it is the spiritual body. It's all integrated. So it's all doing its thing. It's all doing its thing. But what I want to share is this, and that is, even if you're going through something right now where those consciousness are like, we got this, leave us alone, we'll do it. You can still transcend to a higher frequency, okay, which transcends the frequency of this planetary dynamic that says, these are the rules and this is the construct. And not to say you ignore it completely, because we are physically on the earth, but you're also aware that there's another frequency that you could tap into that's transcendent to this one here. Okay. And that other frequency, we are so powerful. Okay. That our thoughts are so powerful. Our intentions are so powerful, which is why you do have to be aware of what a powerful co-creator you are, and watch your thoughts and your words. Because if you believe something is going to happen, it'll happen. If you believe something is not going to happen, it's not going to happen. That's how strong and powerful you are. So you can, as I had talked about this dynamic, this situation this morning with this person, was that, look, first of all, step out of fear. That's number one. Okay, because fear is not going to bring anything good. You have to trust to say, hey, you know what? I'm a divine being of light. My life has moved forward so far. Why would God all of a sudden say, I'm just going to not be there? Why would that happen? That isn't, it makes like psychological sense. But then you can say, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm a co-creator. Okay, through the divine within me, I hold the similitude of the divine within me. I'm made in the image of the divine. I'm choosing to tap into a higher frequency to say, no matter what, if I have some things I have to get done this week, that's really important, and I need to be focused and aware, I can actually intend that to happen. I can say, as opposed to falling into fear, I can say, hey, you know what? As I'm going through this healing process, I have these other things I got to do. Let me tap into that higher frequency that says I will be able to integrate this with ease and grace and achieve my goals anyway. Okay. And then the key is that you have to give up control and trust the process to happen. And the process will let you know. You know, yesterday, I've been doing a lot. I have a lot to do this week. Some plans that I thought were going to take happen didn't exactly happen the way it was supposed to happen. But guess what? I was in and out of rest and theta for most of the afternoon. And the things I thought I was going to do, I didn't do. But guess what? I'm on point today. And I was listening. I said, oh, I got this. I said, no, guess what? That's not happening. Here's your opportunity to maintain your balance. So balance can come in any kind of way where you say, wow, I slept for 12 hours. Or, wow, I only slept for 3 hours. But on Wednesday, I was in and out of resting in theta all day. Who knows how that's going to transpire for you? Okay. The consciousness knows what it's doing. So, moving forward, we just have to remember the magnificent multiplicity of who we are as these divine beings experiencing this in a physical, mental, and emotional body. And that we have so much power because we are reminded that we are divine co-creators. We have the ability to create. Well, look at our world. Somebody helped create that. Okay, there's many layers of creation. We most certainly are involved in some layer of the creation, the thought that came and then the follow through on that. Okay, and what's really amazing and wonderful is the high thoughts that come to us, the higher celestial thoughts that are just going like this, hey, I'm here. Pay attention, pay attention. Then when you start aligning to those higher thoughts, okay, then things is a whole new paradigm how that works. You are no longer in control. You're just following directions. A higher part of yourself is saying, we got this. Okay. But how are you going to get there? Most certainly it's not with fear. That's what fear. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Listen, easier said than done. We've been so programmed. Things have been in such a way, okay, that there are definitely thought forms out there that keep humanity into fear. But now we're ready to break out of those crusted, no longer needed thought forms. There's higher thought forms coming in. There are those that are holding the frequency of those higher thought forms of balance, of peace, of tolerance, of healing, higher frequencies of light that come into the planet. That's our job. So to be an open channel for that, okay, as much as you can, okay, and it does take practice, okay, is just remembering who you are, step into your power, and you are fearless. Why? Because you're not doing this alone. Do you know who your backup is? You have myriad of angels around you. You know, it's just that we can't perceive them. It's in the invisible world, but there's more stuff going in the invisible world than it is in this one. So as you transcend the earthly parameter of things and move into the higher celestial dynamics of things, you just remember that, oh my gosh, I have these legions of radiant ones, you know, ascended masters, saints, you know, the Christ, the Maitreya, the Divine Mother. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Multitudes, multitudes. That's our backup. That's our backup. We don't have to be afraid. And when we are really stepping into our fearlessness, okay, those counter forces, they're like, they don't even bother anymore. They're like, we can't even get through to them. Okay, as you become more fearless, as you remember who you are, the stronger you become, the more easy you come. Not to say you're not going to be challenged, but when you're challenged, you're like, I got this because I am not doing this by myself. I am not alone. A lot of times, a lot of fear comes when you think that I'm the only one, I'm alone, no one understands. Wrong. You are not alone. Many people understand. Many people have walked that path. Many people know what you're going through, and we're all here to empower each other to be in our highest alignment as the of who we are. So with that, I'm going to say namaste to our Facebook Live family of light. We will see you next time.